Biden is back in Washington right now after his first address to the UN General Assembly in New York. He urged allies to work together and insisted the U.S. and China are not in a new Cold War. Instead, calling for a new era of, quote, relentless diplomacy. News Nation White House correspondent Allison Harris is live in Washington. Allison, what did we hear from the president today?
Well, Aaron, President Biden went to the UN today on a mission to convince the heads of state from around the world who were there that America is back and ready to lead, rebuilding trust with allies that was damaged by former President Trump. But it is a tough sell as America's allies question U.S. leadership after the messy end to the war in Afghanistan. And France is angered by the U.S. making a deal to sell nuclear-powered submarines to Australia, undercutting a contract for France to sell lesser-powered submarines to the country. President Biden, in his remarks today, made a case that the world cannot give up on solving raging conflicts like climate change, like COVID, cyber threats. And though he didn't mention China by name, talked about the global threat of China. President Biden delivered a passionate defense of democracies, saying supporting human rights and dignity for all is both in the DNA of the U.S. and also in the DNA of the United Nations. The president also sharing his fear that the world is headed toward autocracy and away from democracy. President Biden today hit back at the UN Secretary General, who warned this week of a new Cold War between the U.S. and China.
We are not seeking a new Cold War or a world divided into rigid blocs. The United States is ready to work with any nation that steps up and pursues peaceful resolution to shared challenges, even if we have intense disagreements in other areas, because we'll all suffer the consequences of our failure.
The president is also committing $10 billion to fight hunger around the world. The president adding that he will have an announcement tomorrow about the U.S. continuing to contribute to the global vaccine supply, saying that the COVID crisis is borderless. Aaron?
Allison, thank you so much.